Shalom, back again with another quick hit. Before I begin this lesson, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kwadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles who rule well, who I've learned this truth from. I want to say peace and salutations to Akim, you brothers out there laboring, pushing this word out in all truth and in sincerity. I want to say shalom to you Israelite sisters that may be listening. I also want to say shalom to you Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You may look like these other nations, but your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is the chosen seed line. Shalom. So I wanted to do this lesson today because it jumped on my spirit. It's a bit of a strange coincidence, but nothing is coincidence, man. I always feel like the Lord directs our steps, no matter what we encounter in our everyday lives. Just to give you an idea, I was catching up on some of the brothers' videos, fire lessons being out there, a lot of edification going out. And, sometimes when you're playing a brother's video, if they're just bringing out the scriptures and teaching, sometimes you play them in the background while you're cleaning up or doing something in the background, and you just have them on and you're just listening to the lesson, right? Now, YouTube, it has a way of, when you're watching video, it will recommend the next video to be played. If you've got it on the I think it's auto shuffle or auto play, whatever they call that feature, once the video ends, it automatically skips to the next video. Now, a lot of the time on my YouTube channel, it always recommends IUIC videos, and I never watch them, so I always click don't show me this again, or ignore, remove, whatever the case may be. I always try to kick them off there because I don't watch their videos. But in this occasion, as I'm watching the brother's lesson and it come to an end, it automatically skipped to the next video, which was an IUIC video, right? Now, the IUIC video that was playing as I was cleaning up was, I must have heard maybe the first minute and a half. I didn't watch the video, but whenever they start their videos, they always do their promotional videos of the things that they're getting up to, the things that they're planning to do. And then once all that's out the way, they then get into the lesson that they're going to do. Now, I come across this video, right? And I listened to it for about, like I say, about a minute and a half, maybe even a little bit longer. But when I listened to it, it had me scratching my head thinking, like, what kind of spirit are these brothers in, man? Like, it's almost like they don't want the kingdom or something, man. And I don't mean to say that as in the sense that they don't want to receive the kingdom, but it's just like their mindset isn't focused on, preparing for the trouble that's coming, Jacob's trouble, and the fact that, hey, we're at the end of this thing, right? And it's all about to kick off, Now, I'm going to play this video, and you're going to see what I mean when I say it was just a bit strange to me, and it had me questioning the spirit that they're actually in. So, Lord willing, I'll play this video so you can see, and, I pray that this lesson be edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So, check it out, right? So lucky. Let me just play this, right? So this is their video. And before I start the video, I just want to say this is fair use policy. I'm just bringing out the scriptures. It's what we're here for, right? But in a sense, like I say, man, like the spirit that these brothers are coming in isn't the spirit that we need to be in these times. And I say that because it's important, because a lot of brothers seem to think that this thing's gonna last for a long time, but hey, man, well, we'll see. But yeah, enough babbling. Here, I'm gonna play this video, but check it out.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ, bless Bishop Nathaniel here. Hey, March 2025, we're gonna have a Land Blitz fundraiser. So what I need you all to do is hit the QR code, whatever that thing is right there, fill it out on all our social media platforms, because we blitzing. We need this land. You got to get this fundraiser done, Israel. I'm trusting you. Get it done.
Cap, what's a Land Blitz fundraiser? Exactly what it is. We blitzing for the land. One day, with a large goal, we're gonna raise the funds for the land. That's my goal, that's my mission, and we're gonna make it happen. And I need your help to get it done. There's a link on the Bishop's Instagram and all of our social medias. Click on that link and fill it out. What you're going to do is, you're going to estimate what amount of donation you can make on this one day. On that day, you can also make random donations. But those of you that are watching this video now, we want to get an estimate of how hard we're going to have to go when we blitz. There will also be an in-house event. Y'all remember the Journey to Freedom? This is going to be bigger and better, live from Atlanta. You better get your tickets now, because probably after this announcement, it's going to be sold out. Only 400 tickets. But guess what? All the funds are going to the land. So get it now. Get it now.
Join us March 2025, Atlanta, Georgia, for the Land Blitz fundraiser. We need your support to bring this vision to life. This event will serve as a venue to cultivate, raise livestock, and establish a legacy for future generations. Don't wait any longer. Become part of the mission and participate in the Blitz. Make your pledge through the link available on all our social media platforms.
My expectations for the film is to leave with us a visual imprint on why we need to continue to make more films like what you see coming out of IUIC. Joseph's Dream was another good example. It gives the visual imagery. That's very important. We must be able to see things in our mind before we can act upon it. So what these films do, it actually puts a vision in our mind, and it gives us something to step towards, rather than somebody just quote-unquote telling the story. Now we got visual aid that helps us in our tenacious drive towards the truth of the Bible. And that's good for our children as well.
Anyway, right, I bet everybody in that video, that movie, got Line Up and Edge Up and all that. I bet all of them do. But anywho, you know, but this is what I was referring to. Like these brothers, you know, in IUIC, their minds are set on, you know, buying land and cultivating that land for future generations and all this other stuff. And, you know, you think to yourself, is that really wise in these times? Like, are you really thinking about purchasing land and building on this side of the kingdom? The Lord's about to destroy this place and you want to build it up? Like, it's almost like, yo, your spirit ain't in the right place, you know? So, like I say, that's what inspired me to want to do this lesson, because I just see that promo and I thought to myself, yo, why are they promoting that 2025 land grab? Like, Nate, why don't you donate the 150 million that you're worth, man? Maybe you can buy the land for a little bit cheaper than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Israelites in the congregation. You want them to donate so you can buy land? Like, that don't seem right to me, you know, somehow. Now, like I say, I'm going to bring up some scriptures and just make this a quick hit. But, you know, like, again, you know, IUIC love to bring out the book of Deuteronomy to convince our people, you know, that's who it's speaking of, is our people. The Bible is speaking of our people, and Deuteronomy is a go-to book that they use, right? Now, it does give us, you know, like, I'm not knocking that, because obviously that's how I came into the truth, is through the book of Deuteronomy. So it's a good starting point if, you know, you're on this journey, this spiritual journey, right? But one thing I wanted to sort of, like, one thing that sprang to mind when it was like, yo, we need to buy some land and donate and we need to get this land. It's like, what happens if you don't get the land? Like, let's say you don't bid enough. and you don't get the land, then what? You're going to give the people their money back, or you just going to keep that and put it to something else, right? Anyway, I'm going to get straight into it. So this is in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 15, because IUIC love to bring out the fact that we're under these curses, right? So, hey, it's only fitting that we start there, right? So it says, Deuteronomy 28 and 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, right? That's one thing that they love to do. And then, they'll read off the curses, and, it fits our people to a T. The next verse to me is quite comical, because it says in verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. So you want to buy this land to cultivate, hey, the curses are still going to follow you, man, So again, you out here just trying to build something pleasant for us in this life, when we know that the end is here, we're at the door. These escalations of tensions between these superpower nations, it's about to reach that critical moment, then your Yahushua is coming back, right? Ain't that what you teach? But you want to buy land and you want to make movies, I mean, the spirit don't seem like it's in the right place, you know what I mean? And just pointing that out, right? Now, I'm going to jump to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 38. And it says, thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Like, the Lord's about to hit America, aka Babylon, with them plagues. Who's to say that you purchase this land and the locusts don't tear it up? Babylon's gonna be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was quite funny when I come across it. But again, like, that's why I say IUIC, there's something off, man. If you're in the congregation, that's like a red flag. Like, hold on a minute. Like, you want to continue, you want to build land, or purchase land, and you want to build and do all these things. We got visualization aids, so we can spend a whole friggin' massive budget on a movie that takes months and possibly even years to create. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, it just don't seem right to me, right? Because what does the scripture say? This is in the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And that's the point that I wanted to focus on right there. This is not our rest. It's not time for us to be resting right now. It's not time for us to be purchasing land and trying to build on this side. So with that, you need to question your leaders. Like what's going on through your mind? Like, what spirit are you coming in, right? You don't claim the name. You're under the 501c3 charter. That's why you got to do these fundraisers. And anybody watching this, you can look into what a 501c3, the rules on what's required in order to receive that funding, that government funding that they receive, right? Certain things you can't talk about, certain things you can't teach. That's why they don't bring out the true proper name of the Lord and his son, Yahweh and Yahushai, right? So again, these are the things that you need to watch for. If you're a spiritual man, you would question that. That would be like a red flag for me. Like, hold on a minute. Like, that doesn't sound right. Something's off there, It says, instead of blindly following your leaders, you have to question. You have to question and ask the questions to get the understanding, right? And if they can't answer those questions, another red flag, you know what I mean? You got to trust in the spirit. The Lord is the one that's guiding your steps. If you don't see it, and you're one of those IUIC members, with that mindset, oh, you just hating, you just jealous, you just cool. You stay where you're at, brother. Enjoy, being destroyed. That's all I can say, man, because that ain't the right spirit to be in, right? I'm going to jump over to the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 3, right? It says, matter of fact, let me start with verse 1. Salakia. Right? So this is Matthew chapter 16, verse 1. It says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. Right? It says, he answered and said unto them, now this is red letter, so it's out Yahushai's mouth. This is what Yahushai said to them. It says, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? I mean, the signs of the times is speaking loud and clear. Prophecy is jumping off the pages right now, right? We're on the verge of this digital currency, like the economy collapsing, you know. Instead of you preparing for the trouble that we're all about to go through, you're out here doing fundraisers and raising money so you can purchase land and cultivate with animals, livestock, and all this other stuff on that land, right? Don't that seem strange to you? I mean, again, like I say, you know, you have to be completely, the Lord is not dealing with you if you're following that and you're saying, oh, you know, you're hating. Like, the Lord ain't dealing with you. It's cutting straight forward, you know. I'm gonna jump to the book of Revelation, because what's the spirit that we're supposed to be in these times? Not a spirit of mirth and continuing on. What's the spirit we're supposed to be in these times? We're gonna read Revelation chapter 19 verse 10, and it says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai, worship the Most High." Right? It says, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. That's the spirit we're supposed to be in. The spirit of prophesying these events and the calamities that are about to hit Babylon, aka America, you know, Babylon the Great, you know, that's the spirit we need to be in, you know. You can't see that the freaking uproars of the people. You can't see the famine, you know, getting ready, you know, the logistics side of things is hanging by a thread at the moment, right? We have had all these events that take place, like look at the shipping container incident, you know, recently, where that guy, the main guy that controls all the ports, was like, I'm shutting down all the ports from the East Coast all the way to the southern states in America. There ain't nothing coming in without my say so. I mean, look how everybody feared then. You know, they had to put together some kind of a plan to keep the ships moving. That's how light of a thin thread that the logistics of Babylon, aka America, is, right? So you can see by the fact that the famines is going to come. When the economic collapse comes, it's not a point of if, it's a point of when, right? You got China and America having this trade dispute again. You know, who's to say that they won't collapse the dollar this time? You know, how long can the dollar hang on for? The dollar is struggling right now. It's on like 2% battery power at the moment. You know what I mean? It is struggling, right? But that's the spirit we're supposed to be coming in, not the spirit of let's continue, let's build, let's create a movie studio and now we can do our own films. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense, right? Now, I'm only going to get one last scripture because, like I said, I didn't want to make this, you know, I just wanted to make this a quick hit, another quick hit. I'm going to jump to the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "But of the times and the season, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you." Like, you don't need to know what season we're in. You don't need me to tell you or write to you and show you what time it is. Like, you could just switch on the news any day, anytime you flick on social media in the morning. When you wake up and you pick up your phone and you're looking at social media, you can see what's going on in the earth, you know, unless you've been living under a rock. But it says, verse 2, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night," right? So it's going to catch people unawares. So the ones that are being prepared or preparing for the calamities that are coming in, they're looking in the spirit, or they're moving in the spirit of prophecy, right? But the ones that ain't moving in the spirit of prophecy, more so in the spirit of mirth and building on this side, knowing that this kingdom is about to be destroyed, you know, it's going to come upon them as a thief in the night. They ain't going to know it's coming. It's just going to spring up one day and boom, you're in the middle. You're in the mix now and it's too late. It says, verse 3, For when they shall say peace and safety, right? Peace and safety. We can build our land. We can get our own. We can maintain this land for future generations. Okay. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, right? So, like I say, I just wanted to do a quick hit on that lesson. I just thought it was kind of funny because, I don't watch IUIC videos, and then the first one I see is, hey, let's put a fundraiser together and get this land. It's like, oh, brother, anyway. But, yeah, I just thought that was funny. And, again, we need to be in the spirit of prophecy. We need to repent while we still have that opportunity. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Pray, fast, keep the commandments to the best of your ability. Build up in your faith. Because, faith is going to be important. We're going to need faith in the days ahead. All right. And I'm also going to say, you need to have these works as well. You need to be doing the work, For you brothers out there that are on the sidelines, and I'm speaking to myself when I say this as well. I'm saying, like, we need to put our work in. We need to put in our brick. We need to build up, the house of David. You know what I mean? We need to put the work in, man, because faith without works is dead, right? So when you have them works, you build up in faith, man. So all I can, and you sisters out there, let me not, forget you sisters, because you sisters that are in order, hey, you're doing the right thing, right? So just continue in order, keeping pushing and striving for this word, seeking the Lord, and hey, Lord willing, we make it through these tough times that we're about to go through, right? So with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. I want to say Shalom. It's on to the next.